everybody, welcome back to Writing with Miss Maxie. It is day 14 today. How exciting. We are still in step 7, editing. So it says write time, edit your writing, check your spelling, grammar, and punctuation. The materials you'll need today are your iReady writing books and your pencils. Our I can statements are I can edit a mentor text for usage of contractions, and I can use apostrophes correctly to form contractions. So yesterday we talked a little bit about contractions, if you remember. A contraction is a way of putting two words together to make a shorter word. All right, so for example, did and not equals didn't. Today we're going to get a little bit more practice making contractions. So open up to page 61 in your books. It should look like this. It will say guided practice. Revise each sentence. Form a contraction. So this is kind of what I had you do in your write time assignment yesterday, but this time they are not underlined. So you have to find the two words yourself and then form a contraction. The hint says, use the chart of contractions to help you answer the questions. So remember this chart from page 60. This can help you. Let's do the first one together. Helen Keller could not see or hear. Which two words are on my chart that could form a contraction? Not Helen Keller. Maybe could not. Yep. And that equals the word couldn't. So on this line below, I'm not going to rewrite the whole sentence. I'm just going to write the word couldn't. All right. Oops. Okay. So for number 5, Miss Sullivan tried to teach Helen, but she was not successful. She was not successful. Go ahead and try to find the two words on your own and write your contraction down here. Then we'll go over it together. Okay, the words you should have found were was not. And if we look up on our chart up here, we see that was not equals wasn't. All right, so I'm going to write wasn't right here. And if it helps you, you can always underline the words was not, could not. So make sure that you have these written, because at the end of our lesson today, I'm going to ask you to upload a picture of this finished page to Schoology. Let's try number 6. Helen did not know the meaning of the letters. Hint, revise this sentence to form two contractions. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video. Find your two contractions, write them down, and we'll go over it together. All right. The one I found was did not. Well, that's actually the only one I see. Revise this and it's, oh, I think this hint is for number 7. Okay, so number 6 only has one contraction. Did not. And what word does that mean? What contraction does that form? You're right, it forms didn't. Okay, let's try number 7. She would try to understand, but she could not. She would try to understand, but she could not. Go ahead and write two contractions from this sentence, and we'll go over it together. The ones I found were she would and could not. So what contraction does she would form? That's right, she'd. And what contraction does could not form? That's right, couldn't. Okay, so make sure you have all of this written so I can give you a 100 on your writing for the day. And that's pretty much it. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is this write time assignment. Check that you used contractions in your paper on page 64 correctly. Check your spelling, capitalization, and punctuation also. So in your draft, your beginning, middle, and end of your narrative paragraph that you've written on page 64, if you have any contractions, go back and make sure that you put the apostrophe in the right place. Okay? If you do not have any contractions in your paper, go try to add one or maybe two. See if you can fit it in somewhere. Okay? So don't forget. Oh, let me clear these. Don't forget to upload a picture of your completed page 61 to Schoology so I can give you a 100. All right, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're almost done with our narrative paragraphs. Bye, guys.